Doing some modding on my Dell Mini 9 Hackintosh. There's not a lot of room back here. I'm planning to add a touchscreen hub controller and a small Bluetooth flash dongle right there. It's stuck to a USB plug. I think there'll be enough room. This is a piece of Kapton, K-A-P-T-O-N sheet. Helps to insulate. I'm going to do the take apart like others have already shown, and follow the directions that were on the PDF that came with the Hoda Technologies touchscreen. That's this one here. It's actually a pretty nice kit. It has both the hub and the touchscreen controller on one board that's small enough that it'll sit here next to my Bluetooth. I plan on adding a little pod back here to house 2 flash drives, a compact flash reader, and I'm going to take the power, this is a solderless touchscreen, off the camcorder port. I believe it's on the other side, on the left as you look down in the area of the power switch. And also I plan to bring some power and another USB input from right under here where the Bluetooth plug-in lives. More about that when we get this apart. I have taken out the 12 screws. 2 of them were under a little rubber bumper here and here. These 2 are shorter than the rest. And going on to the next step. It looks like that's taking the module cover off and unplugging the Wi-Fi antenna here. Wi-Fi unplug, next screw is this one. Carefully open the clamp back up, and the keyboard is loose. Very loose. Looks like we gotta undo a little cable here to release these keyboard holders. A little push on the connector up on this. Sorry, up on this and up on this. Should release this ribbon, and then the ribbon should slide out. Here's the little pieces slid up, and now the ribbon slides right out. Set the keyboard aside. Next, there's supposed to be 7 screws around here to remove, so we'll take those out so that we can remove the palm rest. I personally like to take them out with a little instrument or jeweler's tweezers just so I don't lose them. My fingertips are too big for this sort of thing anymore. Looks like they're all 6mm. Next step, getting this palm rest off is challenging. Use a really small screwdriver and push into this little hole here to unlatch this piece, and that seems to get things going. I'm going to work a spudger tool, one of those plastic tools, around the edge and see what we can. Once you get this edge released, you can stick your thumb and your nail and just put your thumb and your nail and slide under here to pop the things along the edge here. That loosen that all the way around. The power button connector here also needs to be released by sliding these 2 brown things to the right and then taking that tab out. Power button looks like it's going to come off with the whole palm rest assembly. Similarly on the trackpad connector. Loosen those gently. There we go. Slides out. And this one's out already. Okay, success. Running the thumb, pushing it along here, pop, 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 coming around, pop, pop, pop. The whole thing's loose. We've got the trackpad and the power button released, and ta-da, the motherboard. And keep track of your little heat pads. There are two on here. Looks like one stayed on there. A lot of heat apparently is dissipated through the keyboard on these netbooks. Looking at the bottom side of the palm rest, see the trackpad under surface here, and this is where the Bluetooth would live if you installed the stock one. Just for size comparison, if I took that board down, I could actually use the one I have, but I want to still have it be removable and usable. One note, there is a little bit of space here. The other side's going to be on the far right filled with these USB ports, but Grossel, I believe it was able to slip his USB hub right here. So it's one more place to stick something if you're not worried about the heat under the palm rest. Looking around at the board, I believe this is going to be my cam up here. Here's our Bluetooth plug-in, which I should be getting a plug for that in the mail. And I think for today I'll run some wires around here so I don't have to take the whole thing down when I do get the plug, and I can just solder them on and stick it in. Release the AC adapter cable here, speaker cable here, two screws, one here and one up here. The display connector had this blue sticky, so I lifted that. Now this one doesn't have locks, it just slides straight out this way. I used a little screwdriver to push on the corners, gently get it lifted. So everything should be ready for a motherboard flip. For the access that I need, I don't really think I need all that other stuff unplugged, so I replugged the AC, I replugged the video, and I replugged the speaker. I did unplug the mic. Lifting on the left side here, I was able to lift the motherboard out, just jiggle it loose, and I should be able to run my wires underneath to the controller area, USB controller. This is the HOTA hub. It's actually pretty small. It's it's about 2 inches long, I'd say. Notice how long the wires are, which is really good because we're going to be putting them in new places. The trick now is going to get this whole spider tucked in here, but the board is just going to fit right there next to my extra USB port that's going to come off Bluetooth and give more power, and a small Bluetooth connector. So a little routing of wires, and I'll stick it down with a double stick. Okay, I had that backward. The little black one actually goes into the cam port. This white one here is what would go to receive the cable from the camera. So this is the one I'm going to turn into another USB port. Okay, this is a bit frustrating. I'm trying to run all these wires to where I want them to go, and snap things in place and stick things down. Definitely a job that takes a lot of patience. Okay, Pandora's almost back in her box here. A lot of pushing wires here and there. I stuck the controller board down.